If you were unfortunate enough to be stranded on a deserted island for 4 years, how would you survive? This is a film adapted from a true story, a tale of survival on a deserted island for 4 long years. When thirsty, he drank dew from the island. When hungry, he ate fish from the sea. Over 1,500 days, he crafted various survival tools with his bare hands. On this uninhabited island, he had to learn how to start a fire by rubbing sticks together and how to catch food. To escape, he built a life raft and drifted over 800 miles at sea. Would he be able to leave the island? And after returning to society, how would he face life again? The protagonist, Chuck, is a supervisor at a courier company. At work, he is highly disciplined and known as a workaholic. His job involves flying around the world to deliver packages. Despite this, he shares a loving relationship with his wife. On Christmas Eve, he promised his wife he would make it home to spend Christmas with her. At that moment, he was delivering his final batch of packages. He pulled out a Christmas gift from his wife, a pocket watch with her photo inside. Little did he know, this gift would become his hope for survival. As he washed his hands in the airplane restroom, a sudden loud noise erupted, and a powerful gust of air lifted him off his feet. The plane began to shake violently. The captain helped him back to his seat and fastened his seatbelt. Chuck grabbed a life raft, and the captain informed him they might have to make an emergency landing at sea. In the chaos, Chuck's life jacket fell to one side, while the pocket watch from his wife rolled to the other. Without hesitation, Chuck crawled toward the watch, but by the time he tried to retrieve the life jacket, it was too late. The plane plunged from tens of thousands of feet into the ocean. Seawater flooded the cabin, submerging Chuck in an instant. He quickly inflated the life raft he was holding. Fortunately, it wasn't the type that required manual inflation, and it rapidly filled with gas, carrying him to the surface. By then, the sea had turned into a fiery inferno. Struggling, Chuck climbed onto the life raft and clung tightly to the ropes, watching helplessly as the plane sank into the depths. He was powerless against the relentless waves that tossed him around like a fragile leaf. It was his first encounter with the terrifying might of the ocean. He didn't know how long he had been asleep, but when he woke up, he found himself washed ashore on a deserted island. He discovered a pager on him, but it was broken. Frantically, he pulled out the pocket watch. It was also damaged, but his wife's photo was still intact. Some of the packages from the plane had also washed ashore. He gathered the packages in the life raft, then removed his soaked clothes on the beach. Yet he couldn't accept that this was an uninhabited island. He screamed desperately, but the only response was the sound of the waves. Resigned, he drew a large SOS signal in the sand, hoping a passing plane might spot him. Later, he used the life raft to create a makeshift shelter. With his wife's photo in hand, he spent the night. But by the next day, the tide had washed away most of his SOS signal. He had to replace it with pieces of wood. He continued collecting scattered packages, hoping to return them if he were ever rescued. Under the scorching sun, he grew unbearably thirsty after going without water for so long. Just then, something fell from above. He picked it up. It was a wild coconut. He decided to replenish his body's water supply